The law has said, thou shalt not interfere. But I see that is not enough. The Independent National Electoral Commission, headed by a senior advocate of Nigeria, issued a statement yesterday that based on the intervention of the court, ABC, we shall no longer recognize you. And you know when a political party is not recognized, its members cannot contest election. I say that INEC is wrong because the order granted by the court is to grant an injunction. Status quo ante bellum. You know, they use such terms to deceive us. What that means is, before the dispute, before the state of the war, so who was in charge before that fellow went to court? It was David Mark. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. But that judgment, that ruling has now been misinterpreted to favor the ruling party. You know when Nigerians say, the Tinubu government, APC is trying to turn Nigeria into one party. No! Our courts and senior lawyers are to blame. And I go to another political party that you know about. A party was destroying, a man was destroying the political party, campaigning for the candidate of another party, asking members of his own party to step down for the candidates of the ruling party. His party now said, these activities are anti-party. The federal court said, thou shalt not suspend or expel him. He shall remain a member of that party. And continue to destroy the party. The same man has said, our party has no candidate, presidential candidate. Do you understand? We are making this analysis not because APC, PDP, APC are better, they are best of the same family. But you know, the Nigerian people must be allowed to choose among the oppressors who will govern them. What Nigeria is doing is a replica of what is going on in African countries. An election has just taken place in the presidential. Many of the potential presidential candidates are either in jail house or in the Senate. Do you know what I mean? Opposition members, candidates have been killed. Or those who are lucky to be alive are in jail house. In a place like Tanzania,
Uganda,
the most popular candidate was charged with treason. So when the election was going on, he was battling for his freedom. Do you understand me? One, our man who has just left here, Chiwurek of AOC. I'm sure you know he's fixing it. Many trials. I'm sure you are aware. So instead of campaigning, Chiwurek will be making efforts not to be jailed. Even the other leader of the PDP has also been charged with contempt of court. In fact, the court made an order for his arrest. Then you are like anywhere. But they have temporarily suspended that. But it's going to be arraigned for contempt. So at the end of the day, through the manipulation of Nigerian courts and senior lawyers, you may have only one candidate contesting the presidential election next year. My wife has assured me, family, with what is going on, Nigeria may have to save the money for the presidential election next year. Because the way our courts are going, there will be no other candidate to challenge the candidate of the ruling party. Will you allow it?
No.
Will you allow it?
No.
Now, therefore, you must identify. I did tell you one. Labour Party. Chairman, somebody said, Labour Party. The fellow that destabilized the Labour Party, the police carried out an investigation on them. He was indicted for fraud and forgery, but he has been amnesticized. Thou shalt not charge him. I'm talking of Julius Aburi. He's a senior lawyer by you. So please, when we live here, we must be organized to challenge the forces that are making a mockery of the democracy that we fought for. Many people were killed in the process. Even our comrade, with a good medical system in place, might not have lost his life. Yesterday, 2 days ago, a lawyer died in an elevator. Because there is no life. Those things don't happen in some parts of the world. Do you understand me? The president that has promised to give us uninterrupted electricity has just installed solar in the villa. No, it's not a laughing matter. All Nigerians are entitled to solar panels in their houses because that was fixed with the funds, public funds. Do you understand me? We must begin to say that under this their manhood constitution, there shall be equality before the law. I don't know. Somebody was in detention. I'm sure you have read it. They arrested a big man recently. And after about 2 weeks detention, lawyers in various WhatsApp groups started calling for his release. And I challenged them. Are you aware thousands of the oil following are in detention? Have you ever heard that they be charged or released? Before that died down, this big man lost his mother. He was in detention without a court order. He was released to bury his mother. Do you know what I'm talking about? I now say, before him, Amupitan, who is standing trial for narcotics, lost his mother in DSP. His lawyer filed an application in court and he was released to go and conclude the burial rites of his mother for 2 weeks. I have now suggested through this medium, all suspects in police custody, all inmates and convicts in prisons must be released to bury their dead ones if and whenever they lose them. Because apart from where they want law. And please, if you know any prison inmate who may lose his or her mother, let me know. It will be an opportunity to go to court and say and convince the court that he must be given the air treatment. Do you understand it? And I think that was the point Chiwore was trying to make earlier. That these guys, the way they are going, they will provoke the Nigerian people to the revolution. But we have also been warned that you can't just have a revolution without proper organization. It will become anarchy. Therefore, comrades, the leaders here, you must help us to begin to organize our people for the inevitable revolution. It's either inevitable revolution or inevitable anarchy. But in the interest of the masses of our people who have not contributed to the criminality that is going on, we must get organized. And Yinka will have wanted us to get organized.